Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the loser bracket of the North Shore Inland Adult Hockey League, Division 1. It is do or die for both of these teams. Winner moves on. Loser is done for this season. Going from right to left will be the Grizzlies. Going from left to right will be the Blazers. Blazers in the red. Grizzlies in the teal and black with some white trim, and we are underway with the Blazers winning the opening faceoff. And they're going to start back behind their own net, and away they come quickly up the floor on the far side. They have control of it on the left wing. Coming into the middle now with a shot there just past Mallon. Puck's going to ricochet all the way around and come out to the near side. And now, with speed, Coleman works his way in. And the Blazers take it right back. Fletcher with a good chance here. Now pass over to the near side, where it's over to Trevor Eyre. Eyre drops it over to Elijah Villio. Elijah shoots, and Mallon is going to make the save and hold for the whistle. Williams controls off the draw for the Grizzlies, and away the Grizzlies come through center. It's a 3-on-2, back the other way, Williams in, shoots a high one over the head of Babin, and a sharp angle shot there, tried to get him. Now it's over to Stanley. Stanley throws the puck away. Morardi picks it up, back in come the Blazers down the far side, dropped over to Brotherwood. Brotherwood shoots, and it's going to go through Mallon and out the near side. Now Stanley picks up the puck. And away comes Caden Stanley, trying to get around, but Elijah Villio is there to collect. Back in the lineup for the Blazers. And a big ad for them, and away comes Anderson. Anderson feeds it over to Brotherwood. Brotherwood trying to kick it up to his own skating camp. Grizzlies turn it over, and back the other way. Now it's pass ahead over to Dexter Hanna. Hanna on the near side, trying to settle the puck down. Gives it across to Kindry, who's going to ring one off the outside of the post, and it's going to come over to Stanley. Stanley gets pushed into the boards by Elijah Villio, and Elijah has control of the puck. Passes it across. Now Anderson in with speed with a shot into the glove of Mallon for the whistle. A good try there from Garb. Just putting it wide on the far side post. And the Grizzlies turn it over. They have to chop at the puck to get it up. Over to Hanna. Hanna passes it back over to Kindry. Kindry in. Sharp angle shot is going to put it wide. Now a battle for the loose puck. Fletcher's able to win it. Sends it all the way back, where it's going to be Colburn. Passes over to Fletcher. Now to Fletcher. Dropping it over to Kindry. Kindry turns it over. Now Eyre. Eyre in. Shoots. And Mallon makes the save with the glove and holds on for another whistle. Shots are 4-1 for the Blazers, 3 minutes in. Blazers control the faceoff on the near side. Elijah plays it all the way down for Brotherwood. Now trying to go around for Morardi. Back to Brotherwood. Brotherwood walks out in front, backhand. Stopped by Mallon with the pad. Now it's pass over to the near side. Grizzlies hemmed in their own zone. Colburn's able to skate it out. Now pass over to Fletcher on the near side. Fletcher lets a shot go. Babin easily able to make the stick save. And the Blazers pick it up in their own zone, and away they come back the other way. A little head fake from Elijah. Gets around 2, and now Elijah has space. In comes Elijah with a pass across. It's going to be back over to Elijah. Has space and speed. Elijah in, shoots, scores! And that's what I mean about yesterday. And on the Blazers' 6th shot of the game, Elijah Villieu is able to beat Mallon on the glove side. And it's 1-0 for the Blazers in this do-or-die game. Puck's wrapped around over to Hannah. Hannah with a nice stretch pass, and away come the Grizzlies. 2-on-2, back the other way. They get around, and on Babin. Babin with a great poke check. Now Garb trying to race up to it with a little hack on Colburn that's going to go uncalled. Don't think it was a penalty anyways. Now it's dropped over to Williams. Williams trying to go to Colburn, and Colburn slips and falls. Now Stanley battling in there against Garb. Hannah's in to help out. The Blazers coming with a puck. Now a 2-on-1 back the other way. It's passed over to Carrier. Carrier in, around. Saved by Mallon. Hannah picks it right back up but turns it over. Over to Carrier. Carrier with a blind no-look pass over to Air. Back to Carrier. Carrier in the corner. Wraps the puck all the way around. Blazers take it back in their own zone. Anderson feeds it across. Now back over to Air. Air gets around the poke check. Scores! Two 2-0 for the Blazers, 11:55 remaining. Grizzlies win the faceoff. It's back to Colburn, who fires it across over to Hannah. Hannah can't take it cleanly off the boards. Wins the battle for the puck along the near side. Now tries to feed it across. It's turned over. Morardi picks up the puck, and away comes Nick Morardi. Settles the puck down before taking it back behind his own side of center. Gives it over to Eric. It's Eric Villieu. Passes over to Elijah Villieu. Dropped. Elijah thought about dropping into Brotherwood. Decides not to. Now feeds it over to Eric. And Eric's going to peel back to his own side of center, being pressured by Stanley. And he's going to say, no, not today, kid. He's going to take it all the way back. And still controls before feeding it up over to Elijah. Now a loose puck in the Grizzlies zone. The Grizzlies come away with it. Back the other way. Williams making moves around. Gets around two. Feeds it over to Stanley. And Stanley puts it wide. Now picked up there by Morardi. Feeds it over to Elijah. And Elijah gets around with a nice snapshot that's going to just go wide. And the Blazers played all the way back. It's going to go past the stick of Eric Villieu all the way down to Babin. Blazers getting a couple key pieces back in the lineup today, but they're also missing a few key pieces as well. They have no Trent Villieu, no Cade Villieu, and no Caleb Villieu. Three key pieces for this Blazers team. But at the same time, the Grizzlies are without a number of key pieces as well. They're without their captain, Austin McQuay. Now the puck's down in the corner. It's over to Carrier. Carrier plays it all the way back onto the stick of Garb. Garb drops it to Carrier. Carrier gets around Stanley. Now feeds it across, back over to Garb. Garb lets a shot go into the glove of Mallon for the whistle. Loose puck off the faceoff. Blazers gather and play it back to the top of the point, where it's Anderson. Plays it all the way back. Now Fletcher steals. Fletcher gets around. Gets a shot away, and Babin steers it wide. Puck played all the way down for Colburn. Now over to Kindry. On the right side, Kindry gets it over to Colburn. Back to Kindry. Drops it back for Fletcher to go back to collect. On our next whistle will be our goalie timeout. Now over to Colburn. Takes control of it on the right side. Cuts into the middle. Lets a shot go. Babin blockers it to the corner. Air. Gives it to Anderson. Now over to Garb. Garb trying to go back to Anderson. It's blocked. Anderson's got to go back behind his own net. And is able to avoid the check. Walks out in front. Feeds it over to Air. Air with Garb. Drops it over to Garb. Garb fakes. Passes it over to Air. Air goes around the net. The wraparound. Can't tuck it home. Had a great chance on the wraparound. Now Anderson. Feeds it over to Garb. Garb with a great pass to Brotherwood. Brotherwood in. Backhand. And what a save by Mallon. And with 7:58 to go and the shots being 12-5, we'll go into our goalie timeout and be back. The Grizzlies.
Oh, okay.
But they're without a lot of their key guys.
A lot of guys are playing on skateboards or what?
Yeah.
We have some guys playing skateboards too.
Yeah, Trent.
Two
Yeah,
Villiers?
both two at the Villiers, yeah.
Two or three, or just two?
I think just two. I don't know if the third one is there. I know
I saw one of them out there, but
I know Trent
we have
is
3 or 4.
4.
Yeah, so I think 3 of them are.
Yeah. One of them's here. The other one is the uncle.
Yeah, oh, it's Caleb that's.
It's Caleb not here. Caleb, Cade, and Trent are all not here for the Villiers.
Oh, okay, so they're all at skateboards. I just wanted to say.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And we return from our goalie timeout with 7 minutes to go and a 2-0 Blazers lead. It's going to be in the corner. Blazers collect. It's Elijah Villio. Breaks it out with speed. Gets around 2. Elijah Villio with space. Speed. Lets a shot go. That's going to go past the glove of Mallon. Now it's over to Eric Villio. Sends it across over to Elijah. Elijah in. Shoots. Rebound. Eric is there. Can't tuck it away. Now it's passed up ahead over to Williams. Williams able to work it in on the near side. Cuts across to the right side. And then gets knocked the puck off on a great stick work there by Eric Villio. Back on the stick, it's Williams. He's going to calmly play it across over to Dexter Hanna. Hanna tries to settle the puck down before dishing it all the way back. Now Kindry has space to skate it ahead. Drops it over to Williams. Williams cuts in on the left side. Feeds it across over to Kindry. Kindry lets the shot go. Babin fights it off. Loose puck. Over to Fletcher. Babin dives across, makes the save. Now the Blazers quickly pick it up in a way they come with speed. It's Elijah Villio. Gets around to Fletcher. Oh, what a goal by Elijah Villio! Dances Fletcher out of his pants and beats Mallon on the glove side, and it's 3-0 for the Blazers. Blazers control, and they're just going to take it all the way back. And they look to regroup and set up. Here it's Garb. Peels back around. And then Anderson almost loses it. Over to Fletcher. But now Carrier is able to skate his way in. Carrier, he tries to feed it across to Anderson. Pass too far in front. Back to Carrier, and Carrier plays it all the way back over to Garb. Garb lets a shot go, and Mallon's able to hold for the whistle. Blazers control the faceoff. They get a slap shot away. It's blocked. But it comes over to the far side. They still able to control. It's over to Anderson. Anderson across to Garb. Garb has it. Lets a shot go. Knocked away. And now it's going to be bouncing puck around. But Garb's able to use his speed. Get onto it. Feeds it over to Carrier. Carrier cuts in. Drops it over to Anderson. Anderson walks down the middle. Shoots. And it's going to go wide on the rebound. Puck is loose. And Garb can't tuck it away. Now it's over to Williams behind the net. Pulls away from two Blazers, and Williams is able to roll the puck up the floor. It's controlled on the near side. Down in the corner. Battling for it there is Garb against Williams, and the Blazers able to come in with a puck. Over to Morardi. Can't get around Stanley, but has control of the puck now. Great job there by Nick Morardi. Across to Garb, who finds Air. Now across to Garb. Back to Air. Air in the backhand. Saved by Mallon. Now it's to Anderson. Back to Anderson. Anderson in, shoots. Mallon makes the save. Blazers are already up to 20 shots on goal. Only 7 for the Grizzlies. Colburn retreats back to his own side where he's watched by Brotherwood. And the bouncing puck over the stick of Stanley. Babin comes way out of his goal. Williams is right there. Now it's a loose puck. Stanley's even in there. Now Babin has to scramble to get back, but Stanley throws the puck away. They had a wide open net, and Stanley just gave the puck away for no reason. Now it's dropped to Colburn, who has to regroup with 3 minutes to go in the first with his team down by 3. Dropped it for Fletcher. Fletcher plays it off the wall. Garb almost intercepts. Kindry has it. Lets a shot go. That's going to go high. Fletcher tries to settle the puck down. Being watched by Garb. Fletcher feeds Colburn on the right side. And then a great stick by Brotherwood to chop it away into the corner. Now the puck comes loose behind the net over to Garb. And Garb's able to try to pull away before feeding the puck to Anderson. Blazers have been hemmed in their own zone right now. Loose puck comes over to Babin. Babin's able to make the save on a close in tight chance from Hannah. Hannah doing a great job along the boards. Feeds it to Stanley. Stanley can't tuck it away. Now it's passed over to Air. Air down the wing. Air shoots, scores. The counterattack. All that pressure in the Blazers zone. The Blazers hold it off. And then right away, down comes the Blazers. And they snap one past the glove side of Mallon to extend the lead to 4. Blazers trying to extend the lead. It's passed back over to Elijah Villio. Now over to Mirardi. Over to Elijah. With a little head fake on Hannah. Elijah in. Scores! It's a hat trick! And with 1:29 to go in the first, it's 5-0 for the Blazers. And they control the draw. It's back over to Eric Villio. Fires it over to the far side. Blazers quickly work right back in. Dropping it over to Elijah Villio. Fakes the slap shot. Gives it over to Carrier. Carrier goes around behind the net. Backhands it back over to Elijah. And Elijah feeds it over to Eric. And we're in the last minute of play of the first period. It's fed over to Elijah. Back to Elijah. Trying to get a shot away and can't. Williams steals. Now it's a loose puck in the Grizzlies side. They're able to collect it and calm it down. Now to Stanley. And fed around. It's picked up by Elijah. Can't control the puck. It's back for Williams. Williams almost turns it over. Now it's over to Hannah. 20 seconds ago. Hannah feeds it on to the right side. Now in front to Stanley. And the pocket gets picked. 15 seconds to go. Away come the Blazers. It's air. With Mirardi and Elijah. Over to Elijah. Back to Mirardi. Mirardi in, shoots, and scores! What passing by the Blazers! It's 6-0 with 7 seconds to go. This looks more like the Blazers. And the Grizzlies control the faceoff. It's passed to Williams, and that will do it for period one. After the first, it's 6-0 for the Blazers as they lead in shots 23-8. Depends on how the White Foxes play. That's what I mean. I don't know. I don't, because they can't have Oliver anymore. That was their win con. Was Oliver wins them every game. And it's passed over to Stanley. No, sorry, Hannah. And then it's stolen by Brotherwood. Brotherwood comes in on the near side. Drops it over to Air. Air plays it back to Garb. Garb lets a shot go. It's blocked by Williams in front. And then a cross floor pass to Fletcher. It's stolen. And Fletcher lets the shot go. That's going to go wide of the goal. And then Hannah with some great stick work. Hannah in, shoots, it's blocked. It's a loose puck, poked away. Now Anderson trying to get around Williams. Anderson drops it off. Now to Brotherwood. Brotherwood, Anderson shoots and scores on the one-timer. Now it's over to Elijah Villio. Gets around Stanley. Elijah in, backhand. Mallon makes the save. And it's back for Eric Villio. Feeds it for Morardi, and Morardi's going to take it all the way back. Now it's over to Elijah. Over to Carrier. Back to Elijah. Now feeds it over to Eric. Back to Carrier, who's going to have it on his own side of center. Carrier. Sharp angle shot. Puck's going to wrap around. It's going to come over to Eric. Feeds it over to Elijah. And Elijah back over to Morardi. Morardi around on the right wing. Gets a shot away. It's off the glove of Mallon. Morardi first onto it. Feeds it all the way down. And Eric's going to go back to collect with Stanley right on him. Feeds it over. Now Elijah picks it up. And Elijah with a move, has speed, down the right side, Elijah in. Can't get a clean shot away. Now feeds it in front, off the skate of Morardi. It's going to come to the near side. It's picked up by Eric Villio. Eric feeds it across to Elijah. Elijah spins, shoots, Mallon with the save. Pass to the near side for Garb. Garb fires it across to the right side. Now played all the way down for Brotherwood in the right corner. Over to Stanley. Stanley turns it over to Air. Air in front. Anderson shoots it wide. Now it's picked up by Hannah. Hannah looking to use speed to come through the far side. Gives it over to Stanley. Stanley feeds it in front. It's a loose puck and it's turned over. Away come the Blazers. It's a 3-on-1. Trying to give it in front to Brotherwood. Bouncing puck is knocked down. Kindry collects behind the net. 4 minutes into the second. Remains 7-0. Brotherwood steals the puck. And now it's a 2-on-1 with Air across. Pass too far in front for Air to get. Now feeds it over. Brotherwood scores! And it's 8-0, and we are now in run time. Now Williams in on the right side. And the Blazers play it back to Anderson. Anderson across. Now over to Garb. Garb walks in, feeds it in front. It's going to go off a skate. Garb collects the puck right back. Gives it to Anderson. Fires it over to Garb. Garb looks to go cross floor with it. Now it's shoveled back to Anderson. Anderson flips it over to the right side. Carrier down low behind the net. Loses the battle to Williams. Williams comes away with it. Feeds it back for Kindry. Kindry goes to Hannah. Hannah has Fletcher. Goes around. Hannah into the corner. Turns it over to Anderson. Anderson dumps Fletcher. And then runs Hannah into the boards. Morardi comes away with the puck. Now Anderson. Over to Morardi. Morardi is going to just fire it all the way back. It's going to be collected by Garb. Now with speed, it's Elijah Villia looking to go coast to coast. Gets around Elijah with the backhand that goes high, up into the netting and out of play. Trevor, why'd you stop the clock? Williams comes in with the puck for the Grizzlies. Has it down the middle. Walks in with a shot that's blocked. It comes to Stanley. Stanley back to Kindry. Kindry leaves it for Williams. Now over to Fletcher. Tries to go back to Williams. And it's going to be broken up, and back come the Blazers the other way. Air speeds towards the goal. Stops. Collects the pass. Feeds it back in front. The pass can't get there. Now it's loose in front, and Williams comes away with it with 9:45 remaining. Kindry around, shoots on Babin, and Babin looks behind him for the whistle. Grizzlies work the puck up. It's now passed back to Stanley. Stanley walks down the middle, shoots, and Babin freezes for the whistle. And with 8:48 to go, we'll go into our goalie timeout and be back. Sadly, yes, I agree with you. I know it's hard being a competitor and all that, but there comes a time where you just know the game's over. Pass over to Brotherwood, off from the goalie timeout. In front with a shot in on Mallon. Mallon makes the save. Brotherwood collects for the Blazers, and it's a 2-on-1 with Air. Brotherwood on the right wing, walks in, shoots. Blockered aside by Mallon. Now over to Eric. Feeds it to Air. Over to Elijah. Gives it over to Air. Air comes in down the left wing. Feeds it in the middle. Brotherwood shoots, and it's an easy stick save for Mallon. Kindry has it on the far side. Fires a pass up over to Hannah. Hannah can't handle the puck. Now it's quickly back up the Blazers' control. They feed it in front over to Morardi. Trying to get around Williams and can't, and back come the Grizzlies the other way. It's fed over to Hannah. Hannah to Williams. Shoots it high and over the net. Puck stays in play. It comes across over to Carrier. Carrier down the right side. Walks in. Gets a great poke check there by Mallon. And then Morardi gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. And the Grizzlies are going to the box with 6:40 to play. And now on the power play, it's over to Garb. Back to Anderson. Fed to Garb. Carrier. Anderson shoots it wide. Now Carrier. Back to Anderson. Anderson on the right side over to Garb. Garb at the circle. Try to feed it in front to Morardi. Puck ricochets over to Carrier. Now over to Anderson. Back to Garb. And Garb's going to just push it down, and Carrier's going to have to go back with Colburn over him. Carrier feeds it up over to Garb. Garb can't take it off on the backhand as it just goes off his stick. But the Grizzlies turn it over. Now it's a 4-on-2 back the other way. Blazers in, shoots and scores! A great shot there by Air to extend it to 9 with 5:30 to go. Now over to Brotherwood. Brotherwood into the backhand. Saved by Mallon. Now it's to Stanley. Feeds it over to Fletcher. And Fletcher goes crashing into the boards as he slips and falls. Now to Anderson. Brotherwood can't take the pass cleanly. Now in front to Stanley. And it's going to go off the skate, and the Blazers pick it back up the other way. Air comes in and gets it robbed by Mallon. Now feeds it to Fletcher. 4:15 remains in this game. The Blazers are going to steamroll their way past the Grizzlies and continue on as the Grizzlies will be eliminated. Now it's Elijah. Feeds it in with a beautiful backhand in front, and it's now 10-0. What a pass by Elijah Villio to find Air to put it away to make it 10-0. Now in comes Elijah. Over to Eric. Feeds it over to Elijah with a pass by Carrier. Elijah in, shoots. Mallon with a great save and holds for the whistle. And yes, the Blazers did give up a goal in this game just a few moments ago. It was scored by Kindry. But that is going to do it for the Grizzlies season as we are in the last minute of play. The Blazers will continue moving on with their one loss in a double elimination knockout format. They'll move on. Next up, it is the White Foxes versus the Cobras in a do-or-die elimination game. So stay tuned for our next game of Cobras versus the White Foxes as the Blazers easily defeat the Grizzlies by a score right now of 11-1. And in comes Garb with a shot off the post, and then on the rebound put it wide. Back to Garb with 20 seconds to go. And then the puck is shot into the netting and out of play, and time will continue to run, and that'll do it for our first game. Stay tuned for the second game of the evening. Cobras and White Foxes is next.